So today I'm going to be showing you a variety of a certain type of home that's been highly requested on the channel. And these are single level homes. Now in the DC area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, we don't have a ton of single level homes because builders just don't build these types of homes anymore. In fact, a lot of the older single level homes are being torn down to make space for larger multi-level homes because that's just what's in demand these days. So single level homes are becoming less and less available. But there's still demand for these types of homes, mainly from downsizers, people looking for smaller homes, and first-time homebuyers because the price points tend to be lower than multi-level single-family homes. So today we're going to be looking at what's left of the current inventory for single-level homes in different parts of Maryland. Let's get started. So if you stumbled across this video, I'm assuming that's most likely because you're interested in Washington, D.C. area real estate, whether that be buying or selling a home in D.C., Maryland, or Virginia. My name is Bashir. I have the privilege of assisting families and individuals buy and sell homes in the D.C. metro area. So if you have any plans of doing that anytime soon and you want to work with a professional who has a great understanding of the current market and all the neighborhoods, towns, and cities all across the DMV region, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact details are down below in the description, pinned in the comments. Look forward to helping you buy or sell your next home. So today we're starting in Riverdale, Maryland. And it seems like over the past 3 weeks, every time I come out to make these videos, it's always raining. So we're going to try to make this as quick as possible. We're in Riverdale, Maryland. We're going to be looking at this beautiful one-level home. It's a really charming home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, about 1,200 square feet, and it sits on a 6,500 square foot lot. We're right on the DC line. We're not too far from the University of Maryland College Park, which, by the way, is one of the most prestigious universities in the country. We're also not too far from different amenities. We've got the Whole Foods, different dining options, coffee shops, all at the Hyattsville Arts District, which is less than a mile away. So we're in a really great spot. And right across the street here, we have the Riverdale House Museum. So this is really a prime location. So let's hop into the house and let's see what we have. All right. So we are on a really quiet street. We've got this driveway right here, which can probably fit about 2 cars. And we've got all this gardening out front at the entryway. Lots of plants and trees and shrubs. We've got the pebbles. You've got these garden beds right up here, and we have this walkway that leads us right up to the house. Okay, let's head inside. Okay, so we're greeted with these beautiful original hardwood floors as we enter the home. Now, this home was built in the 1960s, right? So a lot of the one-level home inventory we're going to see across Maryland, they're going to be older homes. But again, I don't think that's something to be overly concerned about because if maintained properly, these older homes, they tend to hold up pretty well, right? So this is our first bedroom, which as we can see, they've replaced the floors in this one. These seem to be brand new floors. They've got the recessed lighting and they've got these dimmers, so you can adjust the lighting to your preference. Okay, so pretty spacious bedroom. We've got a nice sizable window right here. Closet space. We've got another window. And got some shelving right there. Okay, that's the electrical panel. So this is our living area. We have our kitchen and dining room. Granite countertops. So everything is really compact, you know? These types of homes are perfect for people who, you know, you might have lived in a 4,000 square foot home for the past 20, maybe 30 years, and you might be over it at this point. Or maybe you're, you know, a first-time home buyer who might be looking for a lower priced home, because homes in this neighborhood in Riverdale, homes that, you know, your traditional homes, 2 or 3 level with a basement, those homes are going to start off at around $550. So this home at $465, it's a good entry level price point. So this kitchen right here is larger than some kitchens that I've seen in larger homes, right? We've got this peninsula right here that kind of goes all the way around over there. And dining area, of course, laundry, which I just showed. And let's see what we're working with in terms of yard space. Okay, so we've got a sizable yard. This goes all the way down. See if I can zoom this in. So as I mentioned before, a lot of these homes, these older one-level homes, unfortunately, they get torn down to make space for larger homes. And I honestly question if most people want, you know, these 4,000 to 5,000 square foot homes these days. Just because I have a lot of people who reach out to me who are looking for homes like these that are, you know, spread across one level. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Here we have our second bedroom. And we've got the original hardwood floors. Closet space. Skylight right there. And then this is the main bedroom, which has its own full bathroom. Okay. So this is a king size bed. Not bad. And we have a walk-in closet. Okay, so I think the only thing this home might be missing, which I would expect in a one-level home, is additional storage space. Because, of course, homes with basements, a lot of people tend to use the basement as a storage space, especially if it's partially finished or if it's unfinished. But if you're moving into a one-level home, if you're in the demographic who's downsizing, you're probably gonna get rid of a lot of things anyway. What I was thinking was maybe in this space right here, you can maybe build a pantry of some sort. So you could store, like if you're someone who shops in bulk, you know, Costco, hey, you could put it in the pantry right there. That's what I would do with this space. I would build some sort of a pantry. So, okay, pretty cool home. I think it's a charming house, and the rooms have pretty decent closet space, you know, and the size of the rooms, they're pretty sizable for a one-level home. So let's head over to the second house. So for the second home, we're in the city of Bowie, Maryland, further outside of DC. And we're gonna be taking a look at this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,600 square foot home. Now the lot size on this home is about twice the size of the previous home we saw in Riverdale. This one is about 12,000 square feet. The home sits on a decent sized lot. And I'm just looking around, you have quite a bit of one-level homes in this neighborhood as well. You can see that one across the street. And you have a few multi-levels, and that home actually is for sale as well. That's a multi-level home. So this is the one we're going to be taking a look at. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, priced at $530,000. So price is a bit higher than the Riverdale home, and the square footage is also about 400 square feet more. So we have some additional square footage there. So the rain is starting to pour down, so let's head inside the home. As we can see, we have this long driveway, and we've also got a garage, right? The previous home didn't have one, so I guess that justifies the higher price point. Okay, let's check it out. So the first thing I notice when we walk in, we have this storage closet, which is a coat closet. I don't think the first home, oh, we've got two actually. I don't think the first home had that. So that gives us, you know, it gives this home a leg up on additional storage space. And these homes are meant to be for very minimalist living. You know, it won't support having a lot of, do we want to call it junk? You know, to be blunt, because listen, when you live in a home for over 5 years, you just tend to start accumulating stuff, you know, and before you know it, you've lived there for 20 years and it's just filled with things that you probably don't even need, and forgot the reasons why you even bought them in the first place. So living in a home like this sort of prevents you from doing that, which is a good thing, you know? So we have a nice sized dining room, nice and open living area, and it's you know, kind of gloomy outside. It's raining a little bit, so not the brightest day. So we don't get to see how much sunlight comes into the space. Let's head over to the kitchen. So everything's been renovated, floors have been replaced. We can see here we have all new countertops and cabinets, electric stove. just going back to the amount of these types of homes for sale on the market, I was doing some research, and right now in Prince George's County, which we're in, one car garage, there's about 1,400 homes for sale. And out of those 1,400 homes for sale, I looked at the stats. There are only about 100 single level homes for sale. And out of those 100 single level homes for sale, majority of them aren't even habitable. You know, they're structures that need to be torn down, right? So in all honesty, that leaves us with around 50 homes out of 1,400 that are actually, you know, habitable homes like this one. So that's our yard. And this could also be a smaller dining room right here. So, you know what? Let me step out to the yard, but I got to get my shoes. I took my shoes off when I walked into the property. Okay, got my shoes on. Let's check out the yard. Let's see what we're working with. Okay. So pretty decent yard space. And what do we have here? Seems like we've got a tennis court behind the property, and this is some sort of park or a baseball field. Okay, not bad. So let's check out the bedrooms. Okay, got some more storage space. So all 3 bedrooms are going to be tucked on this end of the home. Okay, we've got brand new carpet. Oh, we've also got an attic. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. So we have, I'm not sure how deep this attic goes, but that could be additional storage space right there. That's where you're just gonna put stuff that you don't even need, you know, for a long time. Like Christmas trees and things like that. You just tuck it up there and forget about it for 11 months out the year. All right, we've got full bathroom. Got some more storage space. Okay. This is our second room. Oh, I was wondering, where's the closet? Okay, there we go. Okay. This is our main bedroom. Nice and clean. Okay, full bathroom. And we've got a nice sizable window. Okay, a very functional house. So after walking through these two single level homes today, I think it's more apparent to me why these homes still tend to generate interest despite single level homes being a very tiny fraction of the housing market in the DMV. And that's because it offers things that multi-level homes just don't offer. You know, for downsizers, it offers you simplicity. You know, if you're downsizing from a 3, 4, 5,000 square foot home and you don't necessarily want to live in a condo and have to share a building with people and you want your own residence on one level, these homes come in invaluable for that reason. And for first-time home buyers as well. These single-level homes offer a lower entry price point into the housing market. So financially speaking, it could be a good option for first-time home buyers and also people who just don't want to deal with stairs, but you want to live in your own house. This is a practical solution. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of these single-family homes are being torn down and are being replaced with larger multi-level homes. Not so much in this part of town in Bowie. I see this more so in neighborhoods closer to DC. So Riverdale, College Park, Hyattsville, in those areas, majority of those single-family homes are getting torn down and they're being replaced with larger homes to fit, you know, the modern family. So when good homes like this one and the one we saw prior in Riverdale come on the market, they typically tend to sell fast because unfortunately single level homes, they tend to be a dying breed of homes, at least in the local area. So if you're interested in buying a single family home in the area anytime soon, I would love to be a resource for you. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have and we can discuss strategy around getting you into a home. All my contact details are down below in the description and also pinned in the comments. Until next time, catch you in the next neighborhood.